Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. It's the first SmackDown of 2020, and WWE is preparing for the Royal Rumble. Join us now as Wrestlelamia analyzes the third January episode of the Blue Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Nikki Bella's engagement, AEW Dynamite crushes NXT, Brock's big return, and more. As always, Wrestlelamia isn't going to recap the matches, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. Riotous returns. SmackDown featured 4 returns tonight, with John Morrison, Sheamus, and the Usos all returning to the Blue Brand. John Morrison still has much to offer the WWE besides putting talent over, as does Sheamus, assuming Sheamus is indeed healthy. The Usos' return, on the other hand, was well played, with the big dog getting some much-needed backup from his real-life cousins Jimmy and Jey Uso. Seeing the Usos come out to rescue Roman was a fantastic way to end the show. Not every return has to be high-profile, but the Usos' return was handled perfectly. The Fiend strikes. The WWE deserves considerable credit for putting on a good show, with The Fiend's appearance being another example of how the WWE is using Bray Wyatt's alter ego sparingly, making every appearance count. So far, the Daniel Bryan vs. The Fiend program has been the best one for The Fiend yet, and Wrestlelamia is excited to see what will happen at the Royal Rumble. More continuity. First, there's the ongoing theme of The Fiend's disturbing effects on his opponents, such as Seth Rollins and Finn Balor's heel turns, as well as the apparent heel turn by The Miz. It's difficult to recall a time when the WWE maintained continuity for longer than 2 straight weeks, and we're hopeful the writers will follow through. Second, the WWE brought The Fiend in to shake things up during Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns' match against King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, setting the stage for the Usos' comeback. Third, the WWE tied Daniel Bryan's quest for the Universal Championship with Roman Reigns' bid to become champion after he wins the Royal Rumble. Fourth, there's the ongoing romance angle between Mandy Rose and Heavy Machinery's Otis, as well as what could be a jealousy angle between Rose and tag partner Sonya Deville. Whether you like any of these storylines or not, it's refreshing to see WWE utilizing basic storytelling elements, a sign the company could get their act together, especially with WrestleMania season about to begin. The Miz's misery. Looks like The Miz is beginning his heel turn, frustrated by his inability to get revenge on Bray Wyatt for invading his home and still dealing with the after effects of Wyatt's mind games. People can say The Miz's face turn was a failure just as his first one was, but both failed because the WWE pushed him poorly. Nobody wants to see a babyface lose on a regular basis, and The Miz's many losses made him look weak. Hopefully, a return to the dark side will go along with a substantial push. What's particularly interesting is what role John Morrison will play in The Miz's storyline. Building up Miss Brooke. Dana Brooke has had a hit-and-miss run in the WWE, with fans praising her improvements in the ring, but Brooke finding it difficult to get any kind of sustained push. As history shows, when a wrestler loses more than they win, fans can tire of them as they feel they have no reason to invest their energies in them. Right now, it looks like WWE is trying to give Brooke the rub by teaming her with Lacey Evans, someone whose star is certainly rising. Whether or not it succeeds depends on how WWE treats their tag team. If they keep winning matches, it could help Evans, but arguably help Brooke more. The bad. Cesaro's loss doesn't look good for Sheamus. Cesaro's loss to Braun Strowman isn't surprising considering how much he's been used to get talent over in 2019. However, it's a bad sign for the Swiss Superman's former tag team partner Sheamus now that the Celtic Warrior is back and apparently set to wrestle Shorty G. Wrestlelamia predicts Sheamus will be counting the lights for Shorty G in Shorty's latest David vs. Goliath program. An odd approach to booking. The WWE has an odd approach of booking its female superstars both on Raw and on SmackDown. Whether it's putting the Raw Women's Champion into a meaningless tag team with Charlotte to take on the Kabuki Warriors, or Lacey Evans' quest for Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship getting mired in a tag team program against Bayley and Banks, the WWE is doing a disservice to both its singles division and women's tag team division, as neither division's titles are defended on a regular basis. There's nothing wrong with occasional crossovers between singles wrestlers and tag teams, but the WWE is doing so at the expense of giving fans a chance to see the singles titles defended and the tag titles defended against established teams. The downright ugly. Thankfully, nothing ugly about SmackDown tonight, as it was another solid show and even better than last week's. The various returns were all handled well, and the WWE did a good job building up interest not only for the Royal Rumble, but for next week's SmackDown. That's booking 101, and it's a good sign as this is the second straight week that SmackDown has shined. If the Blue Brand can score a three-peat, fans may have a reason to start tuning in every week. News: AEW Dynamite demolishes NXT. AEW's New Year's Day Homecoming show scored one of its most impressive ratings since the program's debut. PW Insider's Dave Shearer reported, AEW posted its best audience number since October 16th, drawing 967,000 viewers. That is way up from the 683,000 they did on December 18. There was no show on Christmas. The January 1st edition of NXT, which was a best-of show, did 548,000 overnight viewers, down from last week's 831,000. As noted by the Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online, AEW capitalized on NXT running a best-of show, trouncing it not only in the ratings, but in the important 18-49 demo, AEW finished 13th for the night on cable with a .36 rating, up 44% from the previous episode, and also the best number Dynamite has done in that category since October 16th. NXT, by comparison, did a .15 rating in the 18-49 demo, dropping to 66th for the night on cable in that category. The big question is whether AEW can capitalize on this, much as NXT did during the push from the NXT invasion and the appearances of Raw and SmackDown stars on the black and gold brand. Wrestling pundits were quick to point to AEW's gradual decline in audience, but this most recent rating is encouraging, particularly since there were major college football games on that night. If AEW does build off this week's victory, it'll be a reminder to both promotions that they can't take any week's show lightly by putting on highlight shows or similar weak lineups. Nikki Bella gets engaged. Two-time Divas champion Nikki Bella announced her engagement to Dancing with the Stars partner Artem Chigvintsev. Bella, a two-time Wrestling Observer newsletter Worst Feud of the Year winner, announced via Instagram, "Excited for 2020 and the next decade with you, Artem. I said yes in France in November. We've been trying to keep it a secret, but really wanted to share our excitement for the new year." Nikki's future husband Artem shared his thoughts on social media as well. "You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. So excited for what's to come. I love you more than anything, and thank you for saying yes." Wrestlelamia wishes the couple the very best and congratulates them on their engagement. Brock comes out of hiding. It looks like fans will be seeing a lot of WWE Champion Brock Lesnar on Raw this month. Pro Sports Extra's Brad Shepard is reporting, according to a source in WWE, Brock Lesnar is expected every week at Raw this month, including this Monday up to and including the Royal Rumble. He is not yet listed internally for anything after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view yet. No word on who the Beast Incarnate might face at the Royal Rumble, but it seems unlikely the WWE would bring him out unless they're building to a match. Who would you like to see Lesnar defend the WWE Championship against? Rusev defends Lana-Lashley wedding and discusses Lana and Liv's past. Rusev recently appeared on The Jerry Lawler Show and discussed a number of subjects, many revolving around the current Lana-Lashley-Rusev angle, as well as Liv Morgan's addition to the storyline. Rusev seemed fairly defensive about the storyline, with the Bulgarian Brute telling the King, "There's some people that want to see 3 hours of powerbombs, and hey, kudos to you. If that's what you're into, go ahead and find what works for you. But we are a broad company, we are entertainment. It's not about powerbombs, it's not about arm drags. It's about entertaining millions and millions of people week in and week out." Rusev makes a good point, as the WWE has focused on the entertainment aspect of sports entertainment ever since Vince McMahon took control of the company from his father. If the Lana-Lashley-Rusev angle is as popular as the WWE is suggesting, it could be a good way to revive interest in all of Raw. Nonetheless, one statement by Rusev is further evidence of the WWE's increasing policy of using social media and media appearances to further storylines, blurring the line between news and storyline. During his appearance, Rusev told Lawler he recalled Lana and Liv Morgan celebrating 2 New Years together, then added, "I'm not saying anything happened, but I'm not saying nothing didn't. I don't know. At this point, I don't know my wife." The WWE is getting to the point where fans can't take anything a superstar says on social media at face value, nor any so-called news from the WWE or WWE-friendly shows like The Jerry Lawler Show. Well guys, there you have it, Wrestlemania's analysis of 3rd January SmackDown, as well as the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Did you watch tonight's show? If so, what did you think? Be sure to leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.